I gotta be real with y'all. I did not expect to be saying this about this movie, but for whatever reason, as boring as them trailers were, and trust me, I really, really wanted to like the trailers for this movie because I love me some Channing Tatum. Them trailers were boring as hell, and I did not expect to like this movie, but it's pretty damn good. I'm shocked. My mind is blown. It's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good movie. I did not think in a million years I would be saying that about this movie because I really did not like these trailers. But bravo, you did a damn good job on this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fly Me to the Moon. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review of Fly Me to the Moon, starring Channing Tatum, Scarlett Johansson, Woody Harrelson. Ray Romano was directed by Greg Berlanti, I believe his name is. Yeah, Berlanti. And our story basically follows, well, the story about the moon landing, the very first Apollo mission that took us all the way to the moon, and Neil Armstrong got to take one giant step for mankind, one step for man and one giant step for mankind, or leap. However that saying goes, he got to do it. He got to go on the moon. And this is the story of basically how they put that mission together, and essentially, if they faked the moon landing, one of the biggest conspiracies talked about in history, in my opinion, if the moon landing was fake or not, this is the story based on that, and that's the best way to describe this movie, really, because it's the moon landing. Everybody should know about that. Well, I hope you do. Regardless, look, like I said in my intro, surprisingly, this movie was really good. It was written very well. It was very well written, and the characters were very likable, and that's what made a big portion of this movie very entertaining. I mean, of course, you have Channing Tatum, Scarlett Johansson, Woody Harrelson, amazing actors. Woody Harrelson, as always, is just a joy to watch on screen. He just always brings a smile to my face. Dude is absolutely just amazing in every sense of the word. Scarlett Johansson really stole the show in this one. She really surprised me. I was thinking before this movie going into it that I really, like, looking back on it, I'm not like the biggest Scarlett Johansson guy. Like, she's great. She's a great actress. Well, okay, she's a good actress. I mean, great. She's got some great moments, but she's a really good actress nonetheless. And here, she actually really surprised me with how much I actually liked her performance. Like, she was really good in this movie. Channing Tatum's a fucking man. Channing Tatum's always going to be Channing Tatum. He's great. Channing Tatum's just great. Channing Tatum was really good in this movie, and him and Scarlett Johansson's chemistry, fireworks. I also love Scarlett Johansson's husband's Colin Jost. His cameo in this movie was really good. I love to see him in it. But like I said, they really did a great job of making very likable characters. They told a story that could have really, really been told in a boring way, but they really had you invested in what was going on. Like I said, the characters were likable. It was written very well, and so that really made the story mean something to you. And I really found myself getting invested in this race to space, and I really can't believe I liked this movie as much as I did. It was truly a very good experience in the movie, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's very funny. It's very charming, very heartwarming. I mean, you find yourself rooting for these characters. They really, and like I said, another testament to the writing of this movie. The characters are written so well that they are so many layers to them that they reveal slowly throughout the movie that make this race mean something. It makes it mean more. It makes the stakes a lot higher. Shout out to Jim Rash as well, my boy Dean Pelton from Community. One of the greatest characters of all time. I lie to you not. But look, regardless, Jim Rash was amazing in this movie as well. I loved him. He's awesome in everything he does. But like I said, guys, look, Fly Me to the Moon is one of the biggest surprises for me, at least for this year, because I said many, many, many times that trailer came on, I was so bored. I was like, that is going to be just, no offense, one of the whitest movies of the year. I just thought it was really just going to be all America. And it was that, but it was very, very entertaining. And it was awesome. One thing I will say, though, just kind of stood out to me. While there are some black characters in the movie, and this does take place in like the 50s or 60s or something sometime around that era, and it just stood out to me that the racism wasn't like, so like very like hinted at or even like shown. And the movie's not about race, but I was just like, there were just so many like there were so many scenes of, well, not scenes, but there were so many like shots of crowd of people standing together, and it was all people of all races. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the watching the moon landing really brought people together just for that period of time, and then they went back to hating each other after. Well, I'm sorry, they went back to their segregated ways after that. I know I'm making that pretty awkward, but that just stood out to me. But not that I had a problem with it. It's just making an observation there. But other than that, look, this movie was really good. This movie was really good. It truly was a pleasant surprise. Like, I can't say that enough. It really was one of the most pleasant surprises of 2024. It's also described as a rom-com. I love rom-coms. And as far as I'm concerned, the romance and the comedy were both very good. They were both very, very good. Wow. Bro, and the guy who did, Greg Berlanti, actually, major shout out to the guy who directed this movie, because he really had me invested. I'm not like the biggest like history fanatic and watching like events like this, unless it's like Oppenheimer and it's Christopher Nolan. But I mean, no, like they really did a great job of telling this story. It was very heartwarming, very charming. Like I said before, I'm just now repeating myself, but I'm surprised. I'm very shocked. And also my little rant about the observation of the no racism going on kind of shocked me. That kind of threw me off a little bit. But I mean, it did. It was just the character Donald Elise Watkins. I'm pretty sure this guy played in Emergency. Yes, if you haven't seen Emergency on Prime, watch that because he's very good in it. But he's in this movie. He's awesome. And wasn't treated just poorly. They loved each other very much. And not that they're not supposed to. We're going to get past that. Overall, this is a very surprising movie. I think you would really have a good time at the theater watching this. I think it is a great movie to watch with others around you, because it's one of those that like it's one of those theater experiences where you walk into a movie, you really don't know what to expect, but then you'll find everyone enjoying it all at once. Everyone's laughing, and you find yourself like having an even more better time, because not only are you enjoying the movie, but so is everybody else around you. But those are the magical theater experiences that you guys are missing due to the fact that nobody wants to go to the theater anymore. But go support this movie because it's really good. And for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Fly Me to the Moon a 3.25 out of 5 stars. Okay, guys, so Fly Me to the Moon. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to comment down below, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, I really do appreciate it, guys. This is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.